Allow us to speak the truth so that people will know what's going on. People in the Benue cannot go to farm. People in Plateau cannot stay in their house. Those who are responsible for the war simply want to turn Nigeria into a settler colonial entity. And that's what's going on. You don't see that. You're seeing the politics. Forget about the politics. There is a real problem in the country. People are not sleeping at night. Even in daytime, our farmers cannot go to farms. I have food security problems.
Hello and what's up, guys? In this video, a shocking message is going viral and is shaking Nigeria to its core. A southern traditional woman filled with what she calls spiritual burden has sent a direct warning to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Her message: divide Nigeria now or face a silent war that will destroy everything. She said the South is under a spiritual and physical attack. According to her, a time is coming when no one, not even the president, will be able to escape what's coming, not even with a private jet. She described a silent trumpet, a war that will not start with guns, but will trap the entire country in darkness. She spoke boldly: let the North go their way, let the South go their way, before it is too late. Her warning was filled with emotion. If you ignore it, she said, the eye will cry and the nose will feel it too. But she's not alone. Other voices from the South are backing her. They say the North is holding Nigeria hostage, despite all the killings, despite the kidnapping and terrorist attack happening mostly in the northern part, especially in Christian communities. Northern elders and emirs remain silent. And then there is the political tension. Many believe the North wants to rule forever, even pushing for continuous Muslim leadership. Meanwhile, the South provides most of their resources, yet the federal government shares the wealth across the country, with the North getting the biggest share, while Northern resources are controlled by a few elites. Now, many are asking, how long can this imbalance continue? If this continues, people believe a major conflict may break out between the North and the South, and the only way to prevent it is through peaceful division. This is not a cry for attention. It is a desperate warning, one that is getting louder every day. Guys, I will let you watch this video for yourself so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Take a look, guys, and remember to share your thoughts after watching.
The President of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, today na the day when we say the woman when you give birth to your children, when you look up to today, na the day when she serve God. And this message comes from the lineage of Christ. Look at me, I'm a traditional person. I was born in the lineage of Christ. I'm a Christian by birth, and I'm a traditional person by blood. See, if you know you have the power to share this country, like by letting the North go on their own way, let the South go their own way, it will help you. Why I'm saying this? When the eye cry, the nose also feel it. It's not a joke. If you ignore it, the eye will cry and the nose will feel it. You think you are a Muslim. When the trumpet sounds, the trumpet of the war that will happen in this country, a silent war that will be more dangerous than the one people are seeing shouting, they think they have seen anything. No one has seen anything yet. When the trumpet sounds, this trumpet of a silent war sound, you will feel it. Nobody will be able to leave this country. Even if you have private jets, you will wonder why you will not be able to move. It will affect everybody. This war is against the South. This war is against the South. As I'm saying this, I have a flesh in me, but there's spirit in me. I was forced to say it, because if I did not say it out, I will face the consequences. I'm facing the consequences and also allow my people to go down more than the way I'm saying. Is the same thing. If you love your own children, because, like I said, even if you have a private jet, you will not be able to move. They will track you down. I am saying this from the spiritual world. Something that will happen in real life. Save your country. I know the people don't love you. I know 90% of people don't love you, but this is not about country. You cannot rule yourself alone when the people are down. Let the South go to their home, and let the North go back to their home. If not, the water that touch the eye will flow and find itself around the mouth and the nose. This particular message is for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President of the Republic of Nigeria. I have said it. You may not see it and understand language because I'm an old man. And old people, when you tell them they have words, they use their own sense to complete it. This is my message. I did not create context. I did not create this particular message as a context. It's a message of something that will happen. I don't know if it is possible to separate what is called South from North. Separate South from North. Separate South from North. Separate South from North. If not from now till like 10 years' time, the person that have this prophecy when he was a president will remember and regret it, even if he's not around anymore. The people that are supposed to advise him to do it will regret because everybody will go down. End time is coming to the country called Nigeria. End time is coming to the country called Nigeria. And this end time, human beings like you and I will use their own hand to work the end time to come to pass. A message. Not for one state, but for the whole country. A message.
Let's not pretend like we've not seen what is happening in Biafra. The problem of Biafra can be solved. Nigeria should give autonomy to Biafra, like we see in Chechnya. One of the brutal battles we've seen in this 21st century is the war of Chechnya. After Russia won, Russia decided to give autonomy to Chechnya. Right? The Chechnya people have their own leader. They have their own rules. They develop their region with their own resource and, do whatever they want to do. But they still spend one currency, which is the ruble. There's no border between Chechnya and Russia. No. And this is exactly what Nigeria must do when it comes to the issue of Biafra. It's simple. Don't allow Biafra to break away as a separate country. Right? But they must give autonomy to them like we see in Crimea, like we see in the Luhansk and Donetsk region. It's simple. Trying to contain Biafra is not going to work. Biafra and Nigeria will always be at war until you give them their own leader, allow them to choose their own leader, allow them to rule themselves. Probably, I suggest, the last time I created a video about Nigeria, I suggested that Nigeria should even be divided into 3. Allow the Yorubas have their leader, allow the Hausas to have their own leader, but you all be under one federation, which is still the Nigerian Federation. You spend the same currency, there's no borders between you, like the way we see in EU. Various countries have their own leaders, but they spend the same currency, they have the same rules, borderless between them, they can travel to anywhere they want. This is the method that, Nigeria is supposed to adopt, like the Russian system. It's simple and it solves this issue of tribalism. For example, the Igbos will never recognize Tinubu as their leader, and vice versa. If Peter Obi had won, the Yorubas and the Hausas will never recognize Peter Obi as their leader. They will always sabotage him. And if you have this kind of problem, there is only one solution to Nigeria problem. Give autonomy to the major tribes. Allow them choose their own leader. Let them rule themselves. It's simple. The other time I created a video about this same topic, somebody said, then who will be the overall president of Nigeria? Now, the overall president of Nigeria wouldn't be a problem if you have various tribes choosing their own leaders. So it doesn't matter who become the overall president, like the way we see in European Union. Who care about the ethnicity or the country that Esla van der Leyen come from? Nobody care. If you go to Russia, who care about who Vladimir Putin is, where he come from? Nobody care. Because the overall leader is there to execute the plans of the various tribes, not to favor one or leave one. It's simple. Nigeria can easily solve this problem. Thank you.
Let's tell ourselves the truth now, at least for once. See, I'm going to speak and a lot of people will think I'm speaking like a Biafrano, but no, I want us to reason like analytical human beings. The fact is the division of Nigeria with all the indications on ground so far is inevitable. The division of Nigeria is inevitable without implementing the regional system of government. Okay, let's look at the indicators. Number one, the fact is, the issue of national insecurity at the moment happens to be majorly a northern problem, right? You quite agree with me on that. And in that regards now, any government of the day, any president at the moment that is not of the northern descent or northern origin that tries to fix that, if he's hoping to come for a second tenure, I bet you he can succeed in that. You quite agree with me, right? And this is what I mean by that. Okay. In addressing, considering bringing into view now what happened recently in Benue, just the normal issue of farmers, herders clashes as they call it, right? Okay. In fixing this kind of situations, now forget about the deployment of military, police, whatever the president coming to visit. You quite agree with me that that doesn't solve anything and is not going to solve anything. The only thing that will solve that to some certain extent is we having a situation where there is ranches established for herders, right? That is to say, the herders must be in tune with changing times. Because you quite agree with me, there's no developed country you go to in this world today that you'll find a situation where animals wander all around. There is none. You can never find any developed country of that nature. But in so doing now, if the president of the day tries to enforce that, it's going to be rejected by the northerners to some certain extent, evidently clear even in the past, right? Considering the fact that these people are citizens or whatever, they are nomadic in nature, right? That has always been the conversation. They are nomadic in nature. So they move from places to places. And the fact is, I don't know where we're actually getting this. Okay, if you say you are nomadic in nature, how do you expect the government to account for you? Have you ever seen a country where you have citizens being nomadic in nature and the government can account for them and make budget for? So you see, the fact is, the herders must be in tune with changing times, but they are not ready for that. And even the politicians are not ready to have that conversation. Let's look at the issue of dialogue. We need to preach dialogue. We need to be accommodating. There's enough to share, according to Tinubu. But looking at it, you quite agree with me that as far as this life, this nature is concerned now, people have metamorphosized over time, which is the fact that people no more just live because they want to embrace each other in love and peace and harmony. There are two things that guide and regulate the conduct of humanity. One, adequate enforcement of the law, even in developed countries. That is to say, you know that when you do this, this will happen. You must reap for it. You will go in for it. That makes people behave to some certain extent. Another thing that guides people's conduct is the fact that they must be subordinate and superior, right? That is to say, in anywhere I live for there to be peace, is either they must be, you are the senior, I am the junior. So you know that when you try me, I will finish you, and me that knows that you are more powerful than me, I will not try you. Those are the things that keeps people in check. But if you think that we're going to sit down and be, in as much as we desire one Nigeria, we want to preach and we want to be all accommodating, we believe we're stronger together, but it's not the preaching of peace and love or whatever that keeps people together. These two indications are what keeps people together. And you quite agree with me to some certain extent, the two is missing. There's no adequate enforcement of laws. We are under-policed. Even the armed forces is overwhelmed, and a lot of other things. So what will keep people in check? So what we're fighting for at the moment is a situation where who is more powerful? Is it me, the Fulani man? Is it me, the Yoruba man? Is it me, the Igbo man? Or is it me, the Hausa man? The fact is, that must be sorted out. When it's sorted out, now everybody will know his position and people now will just decide to keep quiet and whatever. Looking at it, when you now introduce our religious extremism in all aspects as well, that is evident in the country. You have a lot of radical Muslims, radical Christians. We're not ready to tolerate each other. The only thing that will make us tolerate each other, let's tell ourselves the truth, is the full implementation of the law and the adequate protection of the vulnerable. That is just it. And all these things are missing. So how do you tell me we are not going to divide? And the fact is, looking at it now, Tinubu will not dare go that way, right? Because by the time he tries to introduce that, okay, there must be establishment of ranches to curtail the free movement of the Fulanis, you quite agree with me that he is going to lose a lot of... the fact is he's already losing at the same time as far as the North is concerned at the moment. And that is what will even bring the division closer in that regards. In the sense that Tinubu doesn't look like somebody that is ready to let go of the fact that this 8 years is his birthright. And at the same time, the Northerners are not ready to give it to him. So when you have a clash of the titans, Abi, that is what I refer to this 2027. Forget about this defection. Clash of the titans is going to definitely give birth to something. So with all these indications on ground, my brother, the issue of one Nigeria, we are going to get better, will remain nothing but a delusion, seriously.
What is going on in our country now, it is too alarming, you know. The only way out for this unnecessary insecurity in Nigeria is to do what? Divide Nigeria into three. Into three. How do I mean? Northern region will be on their own. Southwestern region will be on their own. Southeastern region will be on their own. Then the northern region will have their presidents. The southeastern region will have their presidents. The southwestern region will have their presidents. So that somebody cannot come from the jail and start misbehaving or committing an atrocity and go free. If you are coming to Southeast, you will know that you are coming to another country. And when you get to there, you must respect the law. It will never be business as usual. When they commit offense, they call, hey, Adam, Inspector General Police, hey, I'll release them. No. If you are going to Southwestern region, you know that you are going to another country. If you go there and commit any offense, the law of the land will hold you responsible. If you are going to Northern region, you know that, yes, North is practicing Sharia. If you go there and misbehave, that is your own problem. Anything you see, you take it. By so doing, Nigeria will be all those security problem of insecurity will solve. But forcing people into one Nigeria since 1914 to this time, it can never make any sense. The only remedy is that let everybody go their way. Let Oduduwa as a southwestern region go their way and have their own president. Let the northern region as Ariwas go their way and have their own president. Let the southeastern region go their way and have their own president. Abolish all this nonsense state of no states. Because states have never done anything good to Nigeria. Instead, causing a lot of division, divide and rule. This is the only way. Now, look at the high rate of insecurity in Nigeria. A whole Abuja, the capital city of Nigeria, there is no security. Everybody is living by fear. Abuja, there is no security. Lagos, there is no security. Enugu, there is no security. Kaduna, there is no security. Kano, there is no security. Ibadan, there is no security. Ondo, there is no security. Rivers, there is no security. For how long will Nigeria continue this way? We are pampering something that me and you know that one Nigeria cannot stand. Me and you know that there is no unity, there is no love of being one Nigeria. Still, people are pampering it, telling us that keeping Nigeria one is a task that must be accomplished. Since that time till now, have that task been accomplished? Why can't we behave like a human being? Call the intellectuals, call the professionals, call people that matters, and go to the round table and discuss how this country will go forward. Are we blind? Can't we see that one Nigeria cannot stand? Can't we see? Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I call you, His Excellency. Please, summon the courage and call for revolution. Summon the courage and bring everybody to round table. Divide this country called Nigeria. Let the Yorubas, southwestern region go their way and have their own president and develop for their own pace. Let them not go their own ways and develop by their own pace. Let the southeastern region develop go their way and develop and have their own president. That is the only way that can stop insecurity and other things. Apart from this, we are wasting our time. 1914 to date, how many years? Still, we cannot love each other. We cannot trust each other. We cannot believe each other. We cannot help each other. Then what is the need of being one Nigeria? Is it not time we reason fast and do something before it gets out of hand? If Nigeria swing into war this time, it will never make it can never make everybody pay. Everybody will pay for it. So instead of that level, it is better now. It is better now. Mr. President, summon the courage. Forget about all these ill advisors that is advising you to keep Nigeria one. Keeping Nigeria one cannot save the situation. Let everybody be on their pathway. That is the only thing.
You see the Fulanis killing people across the country. They want to
I want us to be careful of the use of words. You generalize.
Allow me to use my words, please.
No, I'm
use
saying
the words.
this is a national television.
Very careful.
And there are good people in
I am
every
speaking
tribe.
about national security. This is a national security issue.
Yes.
There is a war on. You want to pretend there's no war. There's
I'm
a
not
war
pretending.
on.
I'm only saying there are
A lot
good
of
people
you
in every
journalists are
tribe.
part of the problem. Who don't want to address the truth? A war on. Why are you saying you're not pretending? People have been killed everywhere. You're saying there's no war. What do you mean you're not pretending? You are. You are part of the problem in this country. Allow us to speak the truth so that people will know what's going on. People in the Benue cannot go to farm. People in Plateau cannot stay in their house. Those who are responsible for the war simply want to turn Nigeria into a settler colonial entity. And that's what's going on. You don't see that. You're seeing the politics. Forget about the politics. There is a real problem in the country. People are not sleeping at night. Even in daytime, our farmers cannot go to farms. I have food security problems. Why? The Fulani war across West Africa has finally bettered in Nigeria, and you don't want me to talk about it. Who are you afraid of? Who will hear it and we will die? It's the problem the country has gone wrong, because a lot of you keep quiet. I'm aware of this. Please, when we have a problem like this serious national security issue, we must speak to it. Pretend it doesn't exist. It doesn't.
So guys, what you just watched isn't just a viral video. It is a reflection of the deep crisis echoing from the heart of this nation. Whether you agree or not, one thing is clear. People are tired of the silence, tired of the injustice, tired of pretending that all is well when things are clearly falling apart. This isn't about hating one region or favoring another. It is about truth. It is about survival. It is about building a country where everyone, no matter their tribe or religion, can live in peace and dignity and fairness. The woman you saw spoke from a place of spiritual conviction. Others are speaking from pain, experience, and fear of what might come if nothing changes. You might not agree with every word, but you must ask yourself, are we truly one nation, or are we forcing something that no longer works? Nigeria is at a crossroad, and whether you are from the north or south, Christian or Muslim, rich or poor, we all have a part to play. Keeping quiet is no longer an option. Pretending it is not your problem won't save you when the system crashes. We either fix this country now or we watch it sink further. So now, it's over to you. What do you think? Do you believe Nigeria can still be saved as one? Or is it time to go our separate ways for the sake of peace? Let's open the conversation in the comment section. Your voice matters. Every share, every like, and every comment brings more people into this urgent discussion. Don't scroll past it. Speak your truth with respect, with passion, with honesty. And if you believe this message needs to reach more people, then share this video like your future depends on it, because maybe, just maybe, it does. Thanks for watching.